sequence of A, B, C, D. We've got 20 letters here, A dash B C D dash B B C D A B C dash D A B C dash D. So, this is 20 letters that follows a certain pattern. Which of the following completes the sequence? Okay. So, in this case 20 letters, no, we will cut them into 5 letters. So, A dash B C D dash B B C D. Okay, so A B C dash D. Alright, so A again A B C dash D. Okay, so 20 letters cut into 5 letters as a group. We've got 4 groups. So here one letter, 2, 3, 4 letters, we have to match it with it. We can use options straight away, or we can have a pattern out of this. See, B C D is there, B B C D is there, so C dash D is there, C dash D is there. So my assumption is here A can repeat, whereas A B C D, here A is there, B repeats, here A B C is there, C could repeat, A B C is there, D could repeat. So if that is the case, we will check onto it. If that is the case, as in this could be A, so A B C D, A B B C D, A B C C D, A B C D D. So we repeat the pattern, right? So A B C D, A B B C D. So A repeated, B repeated here, C repeated here, D repeated here. It follows a pattern, it creates a pattern, no? So in the first group A repeated, second group B repeated, third group C repeated, and fourth group D repeated. New one, new format. We'll check on to it. The answer should be A C D. Do we have it there? Yep. Option C is the right answer. So if not, we can apply the options and verify whether it follows a pattern or not, and check with the answer accordingly, right? So the answer here is option C. Yeah, right answer. Sum of 28 terms. What is the sum of the first 28 terms in the following sequence? 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, keeps going on. So we have to create a pattern and find right 28 terms and then add it up, right? So 1, 1, then 2, 1, we are cutting them in terms of patterns. We get a group of values like this, 3, 2, 1, then 4, 3, 2, 1, 4 terms, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we need to check with the number of terms and fill up remaining number of terms to get 28 terms and then add it up, right? So number of terms here should be first row 2, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. So altogether 9, 12, 16. We got 16 terms plus 6 should give us 22 terms, that is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How come do I get it? So 1, 1, not a big deal, but look at this, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and obviously next set, next group should contain 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then it should be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 I cannot include. Why? We got 22 terms here, right? So 4, 7, 11, 16, 22 plus 6 terms should give us 28 terms. 28 terms are there, done. So we need to add everything. How do we add it? Simply sum of the terms and find the sum of total sum. So 1 plus 1 is 2 there, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 plus 1 should be 6. So adding 3 from the previous sum, adding 4 from the previous sum should give you 10, plus 5, 15, plus 6, 21. This should be plus 7 minus 1, you have eliminated 1 here, you did not include 1 here, right. So this should be plus 7 minus 1 should be 27. Now adding all these things should give us the answer. We will check on to it. So 20, 40, 50, 60, okay, 60, 5, 5, 10, 70, 76, plus 8, 84. The sum should be 84. That should be our answer. We will check with this. Yep, right answer. A person walks 100 meters straight from his house, turns left, walks 100 meter, again turns left, walks 300 meter, then turns right and walks 100 meter to reach his office. In which direction does he walk initially from his house? If His office is exactly in the northeast direction, okay, office is somewhere else here, okay. So, we will think like this, we will just randomly draw a diagram, then attach it to the direction later. So, walks 100 meters straight, let us say he walks like this 100 meters straight towards up, this could be any direction, let us keep it like this, then turns left. So, he is walking this way, turns left should be this way, right. So, this is left, turning left, walks 100 meter again, okay, right, and then turns left, walks 300 meter. So, this should be 300 meter walk, because when he goes this way, this is right, this should be left. So, he is turning left 300 meters, then turns right. So, when he goes this way, this is right, this should be left, and obviously he turns right, walks 100 meter to reach his office. So, this is his office, so this is his home, let us imagine. Now, what happens, this place is northeast. Now, compare that to the diagram of map. This office is at northeast. So, this is my northeast, which means this should be my north, this should be my south, this is east, this is west. Now, the question says, in which direction does he walk initially from his house? So, from his house he walks this way. So, this is the direction he walks 100 meter, he walks this way south. So, he walks south 100 meter, right. The answer is supposed to be south, yes, right answer. A person walks 100 meter westward, then turns left and walks 100 meter. He then takes 225-degree turn clockwise. In which direction is he walking now? Alright. He walks 100 meter westward. North, south, east, west. He walks 100 meter west. So, this is 100 meter west. He turns left. When he walks west and turning left should be walking towards south. So, this is 100 meter, alright. Now, he takes 225-degree clockwise direction. So, typically clockwise is this way, okay. So, he is looking at this point towards south. Typically 90-degree clockwise should be, he is facing this way, 90-degree clockwise should be this, and 90-degree clockwise should be this. So, typically 180-degree clockwise should go to this way. So, he is facing this direction south, 180-degree clockwise. (180-degree clockwise) should make him to move towards north, then again plus 45. Why? Because 225 is 180 plus 45. Can you say that? So, 225 is being split in terms of 180 plus 45, that is why, right. So, first 180, let us imagine. So, he is going towards north now, but he is turning 45-degree again towards clockwise, as in he will go this way. So, he is walking towards south, 180-degree towards north, then 45-degree towards this direction. So, this should be this direction. So, he should be walking towards this direction or standing and pointing towards that direction. It should be this way, which is northeast. The question says, in which direction he walking now? He is walking in this dotted lines, that should be northeast, right. The answer is supposed to be northeast, yep, right answer. A statement is given followed by two conclusions numbered 1 and 2. Consider the statement and the conclusions. So, statement says, India is the largest producer of milk, okay, largest producer. So, we produce largest amount of milk, that is a statement given. Let us look at the conclusion. India is the world's largest exporter of milk. No, we do not know, it is not like no, it can be yes or no, we do not know, because the statement says it is largest production of milk, production, but nothing about the exporting they did not say. So, they said no word about this exporting, fine. Conclusion 2, this is not working. India does not import milk, no, they did not say anything about that as well. So, we know something about the production, that is it. We know nothing about this exporting process and importing process, nothing. So, these two will not be implied, as in neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2 follows. The answer is supposed to be option D. Yep. A question is given followed by two statements 1 and 2. Consider the question and the statements. Question: what are the values of m and n where m and n are natural numbers? Statement 1: m plus n is more than mn and m is more than n. Okay. Statement 2: the product of m and n is 24. Okay. So, we have to check whether the statement 1 alone or statement 2 alone is sufficient to find the answer, or combined is it sufficient to find the answer. If not, we have to pick the answer accordingly. So, checking upon statement 1 alone, m plus n is more than mn and m is greater than n. Okay. When is it possible? You put random values on it and verify it. Okay. Say we will pick 25 and 3. So, 25 m, 3 is n. I am using this condition, m should be more than n, right. So, I am using this condition here, should be more than 25 into 3, is it so? This is 28, this is 75, no. Okay, I will pick some other number, say 12 plus 10, 12 is more than 10, yes. Is it 12 into 10, is it possible? Definitely no. So, you put any random number, you can use any random number, still you will end up with this impossible answer, which is highly impossible. Now, what happens here? Where will I get this answer perfect? Typically, n should be the least value, m can be any other value. Now, they have given it is natural number, least natural number is 1. So, we have to consider n to be 1, fix it, not consider, fix it, n is fixed 1, m can be any other value, which means you will have m plus 1 more than m into 1. That is obvious, m plus 1 is definitely more than m. How so? So, you put m is equal to 5, 5, this is 6, 6 is more than 5, obvious. M is equal to 25, 25, this is 26, 26 is more than 25, obvious. So, typically in number line, if you have it in a number line, m should be here, m plus 1 should be 1 ahead of m, which is m plus 1, and this is obvious that m plus 1 is more than m, right. So, m can be any value in the natural number system. You have infinitely many solutions for the use of statement 1. For the question, you need to find m and n, they are all unique values. What are the values of m and n? Okay. So, you need to find m and n unique answer, you got plenty of answers. So, with statement 1 alone, you cannot conclude the answer, right. So, this is one case. Now, let us check upon the second statement. Statement 2 says the product of m and n is 24, m into n is 24. What are the possibilities? The factorization part, which means it could be had 24 into 1 or 12 into 2 or 8 into 3 or 6 into 4 or 4 into 6, 3 into 8, like that, 2 into 12 and 1 into 24. Either way, we got these many possibilities. Which answer is the exact answer for this question? You cannot say that, right. So, in statement 2, with the use of statement 2 alone, you cannot conclude the answer exactly. But what if I combine both? The combination of both will get me one condition or one idea that I should have m plus n, m plus 1 more than m. So, typically I can pick this number. One of the numbers should be the least positive integer, which is 1. So, I can pick this after combining both statement 1 and statement 2. So, 24 plus 1 is more than 24, that is obvious, satisfied, and I can find the answer for the question exactly, as in m and n are two unique numbers, m is 24, n is 1, that is it, right. So, with the use of these two statements, I can conclude the answer. The answer is supposed to be both included, yeah. So, you can find the answer using both the statements together, but you cannot find the answer with either of the statements. This should be your answer. A question is given followed by two statements 1 and 2. Consider the question and the statements. What is the time required to download the software? So, we need to find the time taken. The size of the software is 12 megabytes. Okay. The transfer rate is 2.4 kilobytes per second. Alright. So, you know the capacity, the software to be downloaded is 12 MB. Okay. 12 MB, how long will it take to download? We do not know. If it is 2G, more time, 3G, little lesser time, 5G, shorter time, we do not know. What time is it? We do not know. And the transfer rate is 2.4 kilobyte per second. The transfer rate they meant here is downloading rate, okay, download rate, at what speed it can be downloaded. So, you can download this at the speed of 2.4 kilobytes per second, which means 2.4 kbps. Alright. Can I find the answer for the question with statement 1 and 2 separately? Definitely not. This is giving you the capacity, this is giving you the transfer rate, download rate, nothing. So, if you combine both, you can find the time taken, that is total capacity divided by download rate. So, I will write in short download rate. So, this total capacity is 12 MB, but you want that in terms of KB, multiply by 1024. How so? Because 1 MB is 1024 KB, right, and then divided by 2.4 kbps, you can solve it, you get the answer. Only if you combine both the statements, you can find the answer for the question, that the answer is unique. If not, you cannot find the answer exactly, right. So, you need to answer the question with both the statements combined together. With either of the statements alone, you cannot find the answer. The answer is supposed to be C. So, it should be combined to find the answer, that is it, right. A similar data sufficiency question. What are the unique values of x and y, where x, y are distinct natural numbers? Okay. X by y is odd, x, y is 12, x into y is 12, okay. X by y is odd, you get plenty of possibility with statement 1 alone, as in x by y is supposed to be odd, 35 by 7 is odd, of course yes, or even 55 by 5 is 11, that is also odd. Which number would you pick, x and y? Can you find the unique answer with this? No. So, with statement 1 alone, you cannot find the answer uniquely. X, y is 12, x into y is 12. So, it could be 12 into 1 or 6 into 2 or 4 into 3 or 3 into 4, 2 into 6 and 1 into 12. You can still have 3 possibilities, you will not be able to find the answer uniquely for the question. So, statement 2 alone is not sufficient to find the answer. Likewise, statement 1 also. What if I combine both? So, if I combine both, I am supposed to have the product to be 12, and if I divide the factors, divide the values x and y, I am supposed to have an odd number. So, we will check on it. 12 by 1 even number, 12 not possible, 6 by 2 3 odd number possible, 4 by 3 a decimal. Okay, you cannot say with this, you cannot say with this as well. This condition works out, as in if you take two numbers x and y, the product is 12, and when you divide the bigger number by smaller number 6 by 2, you get the number to be 3, that is an odd number. Hence, you can say the values of x and y, x is 6 and y is 2. This is your unique answer after combining both the statements, and the answer for this question is supposed to be C. Yep. A certain amount was distributed among x, y and z. Who received the least amount? That is the question. Statement 1 says x received 4/5 of y and z received together. Y received 2/7 of what x and z received together. So, typically we got 3 variables x, y, z, right. If you want to solve and get unique answer for a question with 3 variables, simple equation, you must probably have 3 equations or clues accordingly. 3 variables, only one equation, statement 1 alone will not get you the answer. You get plenty of solution, infinitely many solutions. Likewise, statement 2 alone will not get you the answer. Okay, so we will check on to it. So, let us work on the statements. Statement 1 says x received 4/5 of what y and z received together. So, there should be 5x equals to 4y plus 4z. Okay, you want to find, you need to find x, y, z values. You put random value, whichever satisfies this equation will get you the answer. Idea here is you get plenty of solutions like that. For one solution it might be working, for other solution it will not be working. You are not getting unique answer for this case, which means statement 1 alone is not sufficient to find the answer. So, we call it equation 1. Likewise, similarly, statement 2 alone will not be sufficient, as in we get y receiving 2/7 of what x and z together receives, right. Okay. So, this goes a 7y equals to 2x plus 2z, alright. Is it possible to cancel the equations? 4z, yeah. So, if you double it, doubling it should give you 14y equals 4x plus 4z, equation 2. So, combining these two equations should definitely give you a comparison of x and y. So, xy is there, z will get cancelled, x and y comparison will be there. Once you get x and y comparison, you can apply there somewhere else here in the equations, you shall get z value, you compare them with respect to ratio, you will find the least amount, the guy who gets the least amount. Okay. Then obviously, we have to combine the equations and find the answer. So, we will work on it as well. Second equation minus first equation should give you like 14 minus 5, 14y minus 5x equals to 4x minus 4y, 4x minus 4y, 4z minus 4z will be gone. Now, this one if you bring it down here, so this becomes 9x, this goes there 18y. So, x by y as a ratio, it becomes x by y 18 by 9 or 2:1, that is x is to y ratio is 2:1. Now, if you randomly put 2 comma 1, x is equal to 2, y equals to 1, apply that in equation 1 or equation 2, it is up to you. You will end up with z value, then compare that with respect to ratio, you are through. Okay, we will work on it. First equation shall give us like 5 into 2, x value is 2, considering that to be 2, 4 into 1 plus 4z. So, 10 minus 4 is 6, 4z and z is 1.5. So, effectively we got the ratio of x is to y is to z to be 2 is to 1 is to 1.5. Now, with this ratio we can be very sure that y is getting 1 unit. Out of all the 3 people, x is getting 2 units, y is getting 1 unit and z is getting 1.5 units. We are talking about numbers. The one who gets the least ratio, least part here will get the least amount. So, y will get the least. That should be your answer if you combine both the statements, which in the sense if you combine both the statements you will get the answer. Okay. The answer is supposed to be C. Yep, C here. If the average marks in a class are 60, then what is the number of students in the class? Statement 1, the highest marks in the class are 70 and the lowest marks are 50. Exclusion of highest and lowest marks from the class does not change the average. Okay. Statement 1 alone, statement 2 alone, is it satisfying the question or giving you the proper data to find the answer for the question? We do not know, we will check onto it. So, we know average is equal to sum divided by number of terms, let us say n. Average we know 60, sum is obviously 60n. So, sum total with this is 60n. So, with the given question data we shall say total is 60n. We are supposed to find n, right. What is the number of students in the class? We are supposed to find n. Okay. So, first statement says the highest mark is 70, the lowest mark is 50, fine. What is the use in it? If n people are there, you note first and last marks, the remaining n minus 2 people you do not know. If you do not know the number of n minus 2 people, you cannot find n, right. So, statement 1 alone will not be sufficient. So, highest is 70, lowest is 50, no use. Statement 2, exclusion of the highest and lowest marks of the class does not change the average. We do not know, with the statement 2 alone, we do not know what is the highest score, what is the lowest score. Even if you eliminate, your average does not change. Let us imagine this one. So, this is statement 1. Statement 2, say highest is A, lowest is B, if you think like this. Okay. So, total is 60n. From that, if you remove A mark and B mark, 2 people mark, A is the highest mark and B is the lowest mark. If you divide by the remaining number of people, what is the remaining number of people? N minus 2, and that is going to be your same average because it does not change the average. Now, this will say 60n minus A minus B, 60n minus 120. So, 60 and 16 gets cancelled, this implies A plus B is 120. Okay. Do you know the value of a and b? No. Even if you find a and b, you will not be in a position to find n. You need to find n. So, this clue is not relevant to the data itself. If you combine both, still you will end up with the same data. See, 70 plus 50 is 120, it is matching. So, it is equivalent to the same statement, redundant information. Now, what happens here? With these two statements combined, even if you combine both, you will not be in a position to find the number of people there. Is it? Not possible. So, data insufficient. The answer is supposed to be data insufficient. The question cannot be answered even by using both the statements together. Yes, that is your answer. There are three distinct prime numbers whose sum is a prime number. Question is, what are those three numbers? Their sum is less than 23, statement 1. Statement 2 is one of the numbers is 5. Okay. Now, we have to pick three prime numbers, say A, B, C, whose sum is also the prime number. Okay, A, B, C is supposed to be prime number and sum is supposed to be prime number. Okay. What are those three numbers? We have to find unique answer for this question, statement and question together. Statement 1 says their sum is less than 23, alright. So, let us take 2, 3, 5, add them up, it is 10. It is not even a prime number. The sum is supposed to be a prime number, it is not working. 2, 5, 7 if you pick, 12, 14, this is again not even a prime number, and even if you pick some other possible values, you will never get. Why? Because 2 is an even number, 2 is one even number, and 5 and 7 both of them are odd numbers. If you add two odd numbers, you will get even numbers. So, this will let you have even number, 2 is already even number. If you add two even numbers, it is again even number, which means even numbers apart from 2, everything is non-prime, as in composite numbers, right. Now, what happens here? If you pick 2 here in the combo, 3 value combo, if 2 is picked up there, other 2 will definitely be odd numbers because we are dealing with the prime numbers. So, those 2 will add up to get you even number, and this is also even number, will end up with even number, which will never be a prime, which will violate the condition given. So, 2 should never be in the picture at all. That is the condition we have. Now, what if I pick the other values? So, I should pick other values from 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. I do not want to go beyond that because here the sum is less than 23. We are dealing with the statement 1 alone, right. So, 3 plus 5 plus 7. So, 3 plus 5 plus 7 should give me 8, 15, not a prime number. 3 plus 5 plus 11, 8, 19, yeah, it is a prime number, it works. Do we have anything else? 3 plus 5 plus 13, 8, 21, not a prime number. 3 plus 5 plus 17, it goes beyond, no, 25, it goes beyond 23. So, I may not use 17, right. So, other numbers I have to pick up and find the answer. 5 plus 7 plus 11, 5 plus 7 plus 11 is 12, 23, 5 plus 7 plus 11 is 23, should be 23, and this is not possible because statement A says sum is less than 23. So, 5 plus 7 plus 11 will not work, 5 plus 7 plus 13 will not work, right, because it will go beyond 23. So, 5 plus 7 plus 13 will not work, and 5 plus 7 plus 11 is the only combo we have, and even if you pick 7, 11, 13, it will go beyond 23, then it will not work. So, eventually we end up with only one answer here, 3 plus 5 plus 11, which is 19, 3 prime numbers, some of them is a prime number. The unique values for the question with the statement 1 alone is 3, 5, 11, right. So, statement 2, if I check upon statement 2, we will go to the next page. One of the numbers is 5. So, keeping 5 in the picture, obviously we confirmed that 2 will not be there. 5 in the picture, we can pick some other number, maybe 5, 3, 7, 11, 13, 19, or 17 is there, okay, 17 keeps going on. So, 5, 3, 7, will it give me the prime number? No. 5, 3, 11, it will give me the prime number which is there in the picture already, okay. And I can pick something else like this. 5 plus 7 plus 11 also will be there. 5, 3, 11 will be there in the picture. 5, 7, 11 will be in the picture. I found at least two answers which complies this condition, which means I get plenty of answers. Statement 2 gives me plenty of answers. I cannot find the unique answer for this question. Hence, statement 2 alone is not necessary to find the answer. Is not sufficient to find the answer, and statement 1 alone is sufficient to find the answer. If I combine both, no use, because already with the statement 1 alone we knew that 5 is in the picture. So having 5 inside the picture as a clue is not worth it. So this is redundant information if I combine both. So only one statement is sufficient to find the answer. The answer is supposed to be option A. The question can be answered using either of the statement alone, not combined. Question, is x plus y an integer? Statement 1, 2x plus y is an integer, x plus 2y is an integer, okay. So 2x plus y can be integer, but x plus y cannot be integer. We don't know, we'll check on to it. So statement 1, what if I pick x to be 2 by 3, y to be x to be 4 by 3, y to be 1 by 3. Let's think like that. So statement 1 says 2 times of 4 by 3 plus 1 time of 1 by 3. 8 plus 1, 9 by 3, it is integer, yes, it is integer, but x plus y, 4 by 3 plus 1 by 3, 5 by 3, which is not an integer. So first statement will not get you the right answer, because you will say no for this question. Suppose if you use some other number, say 2 by 3 comma 1 by 3, 2 by 3 comma 1 by 3 will not get you the integer here, but there it will give you, or some other number, you can pick some random number, integer itself. So x comma y to be 1 comma 5, so 2 plus 5, x comma y to be 1 comma 5, so 2 plus 5, with the statement you can say 2 plus 5, it is an integer, so this is an integer. It is an integer, they didn't tell you anything about the integer, pick, as in x and y summed up together like this will give you integer. They didn't tell anything about x and y, as in x can be any real number, y can be any real number. So this could be the possibility, this could also be the possibility. So you can say yes and no with the statement 1 alone. Likewise, you shall say yes and no with the statement 2 alone separately, even if you combine. So statement 2, 4 by 3 plus 2 into 1 by 3, let us say, this is going to be 6 by 3, it is an integer, but 4 by 3 plus 1 by 3 is not an integer. So with this clue, with this data, you are saying no to the answer. Maybe with this data, with this data, x is 1, 2 times of y is 10, it is 11, yeah, it is an integer. So with 2-3 different data, you are going to say yes and no. You cannot say exactly yes alone or no alone, no. So statement 1 and 2 separately is not sufficient to find the answer. Even if you combine, you will end up with the same data, which will not be sufficient to find the answer. Hence, the data is supposed to be insufficient, yes, the answer is insufficient, data insufficient. A person buys 3 articles P, Q and R for rupees 50. The price of that article Q is 16, which is least. So Q's value is 16, that is the least value, another value should be more than that, okay. What is the price of the article P? The cost of P is not more than that of R, the cost of R is more than that of P, alright. So if you have that P plus Q plus R to be 50, you know Q is the least, which is 16, alright. P plus R is 50, then P plus R 34. So we end up with this equation, done. Now with this you can find the combo of anything. So question, say which is the least, they said no. So 16 is the least value, you are supposed to have the number could be 16 or more than 16. So, summing up two numbers to give you 16 and more than 16 or 34 sum, the combo could be 17 comma 17, 17 comma 17 is 34 or 18 comma 16. 16 is the least value, so yeah, we get it. So, these two possibilities are coming without using the option itself, without using the statement itself. But the idea here is we want to find using the statements also. We will check it out. Statement 1 says the cost of P is not more than that of R. So, we can use this idea, we do not know. Second statement, the cost of R is not more than that of R. This could be the answer. So, you can have these two as an answer. The cost of P is not more than that of R. So, it should be less than or equal to R. Statement 1 says the cost of P is not more than that of R. So, it should be lesser or equal. So, lesser means this could be the possibility, equal means this could be the possibility. Other way around, cost of R is not more than that of P. Obviously, R is less than or equal to P. Again, if R is less than P or equal to P, less than P, this could be the possibility, equal to P, this could be the possibility. So, you get two possibilities, two different answers. You cannot find the unique answer for this question with statement 1 and 2 separately. What if you combine both? P is less than or equal to R is less than or equal to P. So, they are not lesser or greater, they are equal. So, if you combine both, this will say P should be equal to R. Since you combine both, you came to know P and R are equal. 16 is the least value. After solving, we get to know 17 comma 17 to be the only solution. So, P will be 17, Q will be 16 and R will be 17. This is the only 17. This is the only solution you shall have for this question using statement 1 and 2 combined. So, for this question you combine both the statements and find the answer, not with either. So, answer is supposed to be C, yes. P, Q, R and S appeared in a test. Has P scored more marks than Q? So, we want to find P is more than Q or P is less than Q. We don't know, or P equal to Q, we do not know, we have to check it out. The sum of the marks scored by P and Q is equal to the sum of the marks scored by R and S, statement 1. 2 says the sum of the marks scored by P and S is more than sum of the marks scored by Q and R. Okay, we will work on the statements. So, sum of the marks, statement 1 says P plus Q is equal to the sum of the marks R plus S. Second statement says sum of the marks P and S, Q and R. Alright. Now, with the statement 1 alone, so you want to check whether P is more than Q or less than Q or equal to Q. So, the question here is P is more than or equal to Q or P is less than Q or less than or equal to Q, whatever. So, you need to check it out. You cannot be very sure of this because P plus Q equals to R plus S gives you different possibilities of PQ score and RS score, right. So, you cannot be very sure of P is more than Q or Q is more than P. So, statement 1 alone is not sufficient to find the answer. Statement 2 alone in the same way not sufficient to find the answer. What if you combine both? Suppose if you equate it or subtract the equations, P will be gone, R will be gone. Suppose say first equation minus second equation shall have P gone. So, Q minus S equals to S minus Q. So, the difference is same, it is redundant information. So, even if you combine both, you are not having any comparison between the variables. QS it can be any number, SQ it can be any number, still you will have the same difference, not a big deal at all. Okay. So, these two differences are same, which means Q equals to S. What does it give you in terms of conclusion of P and Q? Nothing. So, Q and S can be compared, but P and Q cannot be compared even if you combine both the statements. So, it is supposed to be data insufficient. We will check on to it. Data insufficient, yes. Age of each P and Q is less than 100 years, but more than 10 years. Okay. So, at least 11. If you interchange the digits of the age of P, the number represents the age of Q. Okay, it is a double digit number. reverse it, it should be the age of Q. Okay. What is the difference of their ages? Alright. So, AB minus BA or PQ minus QP, something like that. The age of P is greater than that of Q. The sum of their ages is 11 by 6 times of their difference. Alright, alright. So, we know age of P is AB. So, we are going to represent it as 10A plus B. B in unit place, A in tens place. Q, this is BA, because if you reverse it, you get the other age, right. So, it is supposed to be 10B plus A, alright. So, this is given from the data, from the basic data itself. What is the difference between their ages? So, typically you are going to find P minus Q or Q minus P, let us call it as P minus Q for now. 10A plus B minus 10B plus A, which will give you 9A minus 9B. It could be 9A minus 9B or 9B minus 9A, still you are finding the difference, right. So, the moment you find AB, you are through, you will easily find the answer. But this is your question, with the statement 1 alone, can you find the answer? If 10A plus B is more than 10B plus A, because they said P is greater than Q, which means 10A plus B is more than 10B plus A, not a big deal, you will not end up with AB value, right, that is just an equation. With the equation you cannot find the answer, you get plenty of possibilities there, so not possible. With statement 1 alone, it is not possible to find the answer. Statement 2, sum of their ages is 11 times their difference, okay. Sum of their ages should be 10A plus B plus 10B plus A equals to 11 by 6 times their differences. Difference is this, right, 9A minus 9B, 9A minus 9B. Now, we will be very sure that we can have the ratio between A and B and find the answer accordingly, definitely, we will check on to it. So, this will be 11A plus 11B equals to 11 by 6 times of, or we can have 9 times of A minus B. This will be 2 times, this is for 3 times, this is 11 taken common will be cut, as in 2 goes there, 2 times of 11 times of A plus B, this is 3 times of A minus B, 11, this is 11 we had, 11 gets cancelled, 2A plus 2B, this is 3A minus 3B, A equals to 5B, or A is to B will be 5 is to 1. If A is 1, B will be, if B is 1, A will be 5, if B is 2, A will be 10, which is highly impossible, because we are talking about A and B as digits. A and B is a single digit number. So, this could be only possibility 1 and 5 only, or 5 and 1 only. So, A will be 5, B will be 1, and that is it. You will end up with the number 51, 15, you can find the difference. Suppose P's value is 15 and Q's value, age of P is 15, age of Q is 51, you will still end up with the difference between the numbers, that is what we can find. So, in statement 2, you can use it and find the answer, definitely yes. So, having statement 1 and 2 combined will not work out, because this is a redundant information, we will not use that out. This one we can use it. Now, what happens here? With statement 2 alone you can find the answer, but not combined. So, the answer is supposed to be one of the statements. A main statement is followed by 4 statements labeled P, Q, R and S. Choose the ordered pair of the statements where the first statement implies the second and the 2 statements are logically consistent with the main statement. Okay, main statement is there. Pradeep becomes either a director or a producer. Okay, so this 2, either or. So, Pradeep becomes either a director or a producer, not both. So, either he is a director or a producer. So, what happens here? Pradeep is a director, so he is not a producer. If Pradeep is a director, he will not be the producer. So, option P and S will be together, will make sense. Pradeep is a producer, then Pradeep is not a director. Okay, these 2 will make sense. So, P and S will make sense, and Q and R will make sense. So, PS, QR will make sense. Okay, PS and Q are SP and RQ, yes. Option C should be the answer. And remember this case, whenever you have either or, there are two disjoint circles. So, either A or B. If you have bluntly A or B, it could be this. This is A or B, A or B, a typical set theory idea. This is either A or B. Only one set should be there, disjoint sets. Either A or B means disjoint sets, A or B means a set may be combined. Okay. The answer is supposed to be C, we had it, yes. If A plus B means A minus B means A into B means A divided by B means A plus B. So, they have just shifted the operations. Then what is the value of 10 plus 30 minus 100 into 50 divided by 25? Operations are to be replaced simultaneously. So, everything should be replaced, we will work on to it. So, 10 plus means minus. So, 10 minus 30, 30 minus 100, minus means multiplication, multiplied by 100, multiplication means division, divided by 50, and divided by 25 means addition, plus 25, right. So, this is what we have eventually. Now, we have to use a rule called Bodmas, right. First division, so this is supposed to be done. So, 10 minus 30 multiplied by, this will be done, which is 2 plus 25. Okay, we do not have division anymore, now it is multiply, bracket, order, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. So, we do not have division there, we have multiplication, this will be there. So, 10 minus 60 plus 25, now it is normal addition and subtraction. 10 plus 25 will be plus 35, minus 60 will be minus 25. 10 plus 25 is 35, minus 60 is minus 25. The answer is supposed to be minus 25, yes. If P means greater than, Q means less than, R means not greater than, S means not less than, T means equal to. Okay, we will think like this, not greater than means it is lesser than or equal to, not less than means it is greater than or equal to. So, we will replace it and solve it accordingly. Alright. So, first question, like first statement, 2x, yes, what is S? Means not less than, so it should be greater than or equal to 3y, and 3x, T means equal to 4z. If this is the case, this will imply 9y, P means greater than 8z. Is it so? We will check on to it. So, 2x is more than 3y, more than or equal to 3y, 3x is equal to 4z. So, this will get you like x by z is 4 by 3, the ratio is 4:3. So, if I put x is equal to 4, y should be some value, we will apply it accordingly, or z should be some value, 4:3, right. So, if x is 2 into 4 or 8 by 3 is more than or equal to y. So, y can be less than or equal to 8 by 3 is 2 point something. So, 2.666 have it. So, y is less than or equal to 2.66. So, we can have this data, and x and y, x and z we have the ratio is 9y greater than 8z, we have to check it out. So, 9y, so we will pick some random number 9 into 2, is it greater than 8 into 3? So, we have taken 4 and 3 itself. So, it is supposed to be in the same part. So, 4 part, 3 part, 2.66 part. So, we are picking a value which is less than 2.66 part, let that be 2. Okay. So, this is 3, 9 times of 2 is 18, should have been 24. No, it is not working. If it is 2.5, still it will not work. So, this will not work. Okay. So, statement 1 will not work. Statement 2, x, q, y. Maybe I will erase this. X, qy 2y, y not greater than, so less than or equal to z, then we can say one thing, x is less than 2y. What is 2y? Y is less than or equal to z, no. So, this will imply x is obviously less than 2z. Okay. They said x r means it is not greater than, so it should be less than or equal to z. Is it so? We know x is less than 2z, or at least x is less than or equal to 2z. We cannot conclude anything about x is less than z. So, this will not be concluded with this conclusion which we have concluded here. So, will not work out. So, definitely this second statement also will not work out. The answer is supposed to be neither of them. Yes, right answer. If in a certain code pot is written as a top, trap is written as a part, then how is arena will be written in that code? Okay. Now, what happens here? Pot, if you reverse it, I will get top. I have attached a before simply. Likewise, trap, if I reverse it, it will be part, a is attached, a p a r t, a part or a part. Arena in the same way should be a n e r a. I have to attach a before. So, double a n e r a, that should be our answer. Double a n e r a, option D is the right answer. We shall check on it. Right answer. What will come in the place of star in the sequence 3, 14, 39, 84, 20, star 258? Okay. So, we can solve in plenty of models. So, I will solve in one way, like this is multiple of 1, this is multiple of 2, this is multiple of 3, this is multiple of 4, this is multiple of 5, this is multiple of 6. Okay, we will check on to it. So, 3 can be written as 1 into 3, 14 is 2 into 7, 39 is 3 into 13, 84 is 4 into 21, 5 into something should be our answer, like 6 into 24, 4, 18, 3, 43. That is okay. So, we got this. So, 1 into 3 is 3, 2 into 7 is 14 given in the question, 39, this is 84, this is 258, 24 and 18. Now, look at these numbers, again they follow a pattern, right. So, 3, 7, 4 increased. So, 3 to 7, 4 increase plus 4, 7 to 13 plus 6, 13 to 21 plus 8, it could be plus 10 and plus 12. So, this is plus 12 plus 10, we will verify it. Okay. So, if it is plus 10, this should be 31, 31 plus 12 is 43, yes we have it. So, this is supposed to be 5 into 31, our answer is supposed to be 5 into 31, which is 155. We shall get the answer to be 155, or this number can be of other form. The format of this number is n cube plus n square plus n. So, this is our pattern to define these values, where n is 1, this will be 3, where n is 2, it will be 14, n 3, it will be 39, we can spend on it. Now, what happens here? You can split it like this and find the answer. How so? We found that each number is a multiple of first, second, third, fourth, like that, and we got the answer. Okay. The answer is supposed to be 155, yes, right answer.
Thank you for watching. Check out the course details here.